Good afternoon, everybody. It's One Entertainment here, coming at you guys today with the top 5 of Majora's Mask, top 5 items to be specific. Number 5 spot, guys, I got the powder keg. So this one isn't anything too crazy. I have it at the number 5 spot because it is necessary in obtaining the Gilded Sword, which is the second best sword in the game, statistically speaking. I'm not actually including any swords in this video just because obviously the Great Fairy Sword would be number 1. To get this one, all you have to do is make sure you have the Goron Mask already obtained. As long as you have that and the fire arrows, you're good to go. Go into the Goron Village, talk to the very tall gentleman there at the bottom. He's gonna basically say he wants to test you. As long as you can open up the Goron racetrack, he's gonna give you another powder keg, which is what happens here in this footage. So super easy to obtain, comes at number 5. Coming in at the number 4 spot, though, on the other hand, is going to be the Lens of Truth, which also ironically takes place in the Goron Village. For this, however, just come over to the right side as soon as you enter. Talk to the owl. I believe its name is Gabora, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to take you on a quest, which is super short-lived. All you have to do is just follow wherever his feathers land. That's where the platforms are. You can't see them right now, but as soon as you have the Lens of Truth, you're going to be able to see not just those platforms, but any secret entryways that may exist in any temples, and the main hub worlds, you name it. On top of that, you're also going to be able to find stray fairies in certain dungeons, whether that be Snowhead. Snowhead's notorious for having more than one. I think there's at least 2 to 3 of them. I'm going to show you some footage of that in a little bit, but fairly easy to obtain. You can get it as soon as you enter the Goron Village, and again, as you just saw there, you're able to see invisible chests as well. It comes in handy when you're playing through the main game, and if it isn't for the Lens of Truth, you're not going to know which way to travel to get the Goron Mask, which is essential for traversing throughout the game. Coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be empty bottles. The footage I'm showing you here is how to obtain the first one you can get in your playthrough, which is obviously done by saving Koume. Just go into the Woods of Mystery, talk to her. She's going to tell you that she's a little bitch. Go back to her sister. She's going to give you a potion to bring back to her bitch sister, and obviously you get to keep the bottle. The amount of utilizations these have, like I said, are very, very numerous. Without them, going through Beneath the Well is an absolute chore and a half. I'm going to show you on screen all the different uses they have here, but you can do anything from capturing spring water, fish, fairies for when he faints, as well as bugs. They come at number 3 just because they really do come in clutch. Number 2 spot, however, is going to be the Hero's Bow, which I have at this spot for the obvious reason, it being a very powerful weapon with the 3 different varieties, fire, ice, and light arrows. This is more about the bow itself. In order to obtain it, all you have to do is get to this point in the Woodfall Temple, defeat the mini-boss, which I believe is Lizalfos, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mispronouncing that, or maybe I have the enemy name completely incorrect, but just defeat him and the chest is going to spawn in. The bow has all kinds of uses. As I mentioned, you could do everything from stun Odolwa to access Snowhead by obviously shooting the icicle that lies above the entrance to it. On top of that, you can also use the bow for things like the archery mini games, which lead to heart pieces. So the amount of potential the bow has for greatness in this game is truly astounding. And the reason I have it so high on the list is because it leads to all these other wonderful things I just mentioned. More life, more upgrades, and just more utilities overall. At the number 1 spot, however, though, you may have seen this coming if you've already played through Majora's Mask. This is going to be the hook shot, which is accessed in the Pirate's Fortress. I absolutely love this item. It makes me feel like Spider-Man whenever I have to use it. The reason I have it so high is because it really is game breaking. There's countless shortcuts you could take using the hook shot that make the game an absolute joke. On top of that, you can also use it to stun enemies, grab loot that could be like a heart that's lying around, or a bomb drop that gives you 10 bombs, an arrow drop, so on and so forth. The quest to acquire it, going through the fortress, sneaking past the guards, unless obviously you have the stone mask, which makes that an absolute breeze. It's also a lot of fun as well. I always like replaying this part of the game. The hook shot has always been my favorite item to acquire in Zelda games. Majora's Mask is no different, comes in at number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought of my list. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.